so successful, and obviously, I think it's the best one around. I don't know, what do you guys think? You guys think it's the best conference around? I don't know that because you tell me that, okay? But the reason it's so successful is because, not just because these guys are going to bring up here in a minute, but it's all because what you guys do, okay? It's not going to be successful if everybody in this room isn't on the same team, right? We're all here, we got like 19 teams in this league, but tonight we're one, we're all one. All right, when we realize that's when we know we're going to make a difference out there, right? So tonight we're all one, guys, and that's the reason the Little Guys Football Conference is what it is. Okay, at the end of the year, we always have a meeting at the end. You know, if we want to hear any concerns, gripes, you know, things we can do to make it better. And everybody said, I don't have anything. It's just right, the way it's going. Right? So congratulations to everyone out here. It makes us so good. And right now I'm going to bring up the guys who work so hard to make sure that this is the best conference in the area. Mike Ditka, Vice President. So just call Rackles from now on, everybody. Okay. Rackles is always the one who was up to date. Howard, besides taking care of minutes at every meeting, you know, I just give you credit, takes care of all these awards that we're giving out here tonight. Great job, Howard. Okay, football conference, Scott Muir. Oh, I just found out now you have another name. All right, we're going to actually change the name of the award we have up here in his honor. This will now be the Arbuckle Award. I just learned that tonight. It was a quick change. You guys can ask him about that. Sorry, Scott. They put me up to that. Going to bring up the Blue Division Director, Dan Bucher. Dan's responsible for Little Guys Football Conference playing championship games at Lincoln High School, man. What a great venue that is, man. It's an awesome job getting us there in that field. That's really cool for the kids, you know. It's something I'll never forget. It's a big thing to be playing in high school. Going to bring up our Red Division Director, Bob Adams. I'll make sure all the refs have all our up-to-date rules. Make sure everybody out there, the refs know all our special rules. Bring up Steve Godfrey, another one of our Red Division directors. Very influential in this book that everybody's looking at on the tables we give out. This year he helps put that together. Oh, by the way, before I go on to the next director, I'll forget it, but I'll say it right now. John Dunham, thank you very much for printing these out and bringing them tonight. Thank you very much. John Dunham from my son volunteered to do that for us, so thank you. I'm going to bring up, these next guys are instructional directors. Mike Bremser, instructional director. Everybody knows Mike because Mike also does the scheduling. He's quite popular for that. And he's also the guy you're calling in all your scores to, so we get to hear a lot of interesting phone calls during the year, the season. All right. Greg Schaefer, Instructional League Director. Edwin McArdle, Director. Joe Honorado, Director. Mark Lampy, Director, and he's this year took over the scholarship. Happy to give that up. And Mark will give a short speech on the winners in a couple of minutes. two new members to introduce. The board has grown a little bit in anticipation of some moves in the future. I'd like to introduce two new guys to the board. One just recently retired as a coach of the Leprechauns, and we're going to welcome on to the board John Separillo, playing for the Police Club in the days they were there. So he's coming back, and the little guys. These two guys are guys that know what the little guys are about. They know our philosophy. They know what we need. And they're going to be great additions to the board. This next one's John Torrey. I thought we were supposed to be getting younger, guys. This board's not getting any younger. John wasn't personal. All right, these are the men that make it all possible, guys. Give them a great hand, please. Okay, right into the awards. We're going to give out the Distinguished Service Awards. First thing we're going to do. And this year we have three recipients. And this Distinguished Service is, well, quite honestly, it's right in the title, Distinguished Service. There's two things there, distinguished, okay? These men have shown throughout, the last several years, more than that, probably 7, 8, 9. These guys have been around that long now, okay? And they're, the way they act on the sidelines with the kids and their service. Like I said, 7, 8, 9 years. A lot of these guys have been working probably under the radar a little bit. A lot of these guys, some are head coaches, some are coaches that have been working as C coaches or B coaches and doing that kind of work. But mostly they're guys that are distinguished because of what they've shown and what they've learned. Because it's a learning process to be in the Little Guys Football Conference, right? When you first come in, I first came in one time, and you come in with a giant ego, and it's all about you, and it's all about how many shutouts you can pitch, right? But then you learn that's not what it's about. You learn it's about the kids, and you learn how to compete and play hard, but at the same time, remember that there's a little boy over in that other uniform, too. All right, that's the big thing, be able to look across the field and make sure that all the kids are going to have a great experience on the field. And Distinguished Service awards are given out to these three men. I'm going to bring them up right now, accept their trophies. Give them a great hand, please. First ones will be Trey Goldsmith. Next man will be Dan Diesel Travers. Jay Porch Diesel is with the Chargers, Frankfurt Chargers. Chris Palazzo from Roanhurst. Great job, guys. Congratulations on a distinguished year. All right. Before we get into the division championships, that'll be next. But before we do that, I want to bring Mark Lambie up to award the scholarship recipients for this year.
I do want to talk a little bit about the award itself. It's a scholarship award that we hand out. It's something that we're pretty proud of. First, I want to talk a little bit about what goes into it. Then I'm going to talk about the process that we go through to pick these guys. And then we'll bring up the winners, all right? So if you give me attention for about 5 minutes. It's the Little Guys Football Scholarship Award. The conference typically offers a $1,000 grant to augment to either tuition or books for kids that played at the Little Guys level and are now playing at the college level. That's what the award is. There's a few things that go into the criteria. First, they must have participated in the Little Guys Football Conference. Second, they must be attending a college and attend to or already be playing football for that college. And then third, they must be good citizens and good students. They're the three criteria that they must meet to even be nominated for this award. Then the process, it's actually a pretty simple process. They hand in a nomination form that must be submitted to the board, and then we kind of narrow it down by the time, how long it takes to get the nomination form in, get all the paperwork in. When those fellows meet all that criteria, then we present it to them up, give them a hand, because they not only did they represent themselves well, they went through a little bit of a procedure to even get this far. Some of the things that we do after they get nominated is we then send them an email, an official email saying you've been nominated. Then they must fill out the application again so we can check all the criteria. Then we need a letter of intent from the football program themselves with their GPAs, and a letter from the coach that they're currently playing for. So again, there's a lot that goes into it. And then once we get it down to the 3 or 4 finals, then I present these fellas to the board, and then we pick a winner. Now, I'm telling you all this for a reason, and you'll see in a few minutes. But I do want to say that this award's been around since 1993. Got about 20 award recipients so far. This year we had 7 nominees that were narrowed down to 3. And then I went to the board during one of our meetings and I presented all 3 of the fellas. And they got stumped, quite frankly, when I presented them. These kids were pretty evenly matched. I know these guys aren't that hard to stump, but they, but it ended up being a good thing because it made us think a little bit, you know, what can we do? So what we did is we were able to raise the money from $1,000 to $1,500 and award all 3 recipients $500. So I thought that was a pretty cool thing. Yeah, the first recipient played in the league from 1998 to 2000 for Somerton and a little bit for Longhurst. He now goes to Trinity College and plays defensive back, specifically corner, with a GPA of 3.6, which is huge. His name's Brian Donez.
So I'd just like to thank the Little Guys organization for presenting me with this award. It's great. I'm definitely going to use it for books, like they said. I remember my time playing for Little Guys. It was great. I played for Somerton, played for Longhurst, and I remember all my coaches. They were all great guys. They made me who I am today. And basically, I hope to give back in the future, like all these guys up here did, and be part of this organization. That's all. Thanks.
Tommy wrote his name down because we do need to get younger up here. Okay, the next recipient couldn't be here today. He played in our league, the Little Guys Football Conference Your League, from 1998 to 2001. He's from Somerton. He goes to Susquehanna University. He plays right guard, and his GPA's 3.2. Now, before his parents come up to accept the reward, I'm going to read a little email he sent me today. But his name is Ken Milano Jr., but I'm going to read his email. His mother was going to read it, but she said if I do, I'll get a little bit too emotional. Dear Little Guys Football Conference, my name is Kenneth Milano, and it has been made aware to me that I have been chosen to receive a scholarship from the Little Guys. I'm writing you to express my extreme gratitude in being considered and chosen for this award. I truly believe that playing for the Somerton Spartans in the Little Guys Conference has played a huge part in making me the man I am today. I played for the Somerton Spartans from the time I was 5 years old, and every coach I've had has made an impact on me in some way. Coaches like Ed McArdle, John Donahue, and Tony Salt have taught me so much about the sport of football and much more beyond that. The greatest coaches I have, though, are my parents. I would not be here today without them. My father drove me to every practice, stayed and watched, and he has taught me that work ethic and effort will beat talent any day. My mom washed my practice pants and game jerseys every weekend and taught me to play with my heart and my mind in the right place. Today in college, I still use the same techniques that they've taught me Today in college, I still use the same techniques that they have taught me while playing for Somerton. I'm truly grateful for the experience, opportunities, memories, and knowledge I have gained for the 8 years I have played for Little Guys Football Conference in Ford. I regret to inform you that I'll be unable to attend the banquet this year due to the fact that I'm unable to come home. He has finals right now, but his parents will both accept the award on his behalf. Thank you, Kenneth Milano, Susquehanna University, class of 2015, right guard. Come on up, Alex. All right, the last recipient, he now goes to Delaware Valley College and plays wide receiver in the Wildcat formation, so that's pretty huge. With a GPA of 3.2, Michael Onuski.
I'd just like to thank Little Guys Football Conference for awarding me with the scholarship. With my parents, but most of all, slim guy right there in the gray. My former coach Joe Hunter, I'll never forget, but semifinals against Calgary, Trips right, 18 keeper. Pretty much our only play. I was running around the edge. He tried to catch me down the sideline, but didn't even come close. Went on to win the championship, but I'd like to thank the Little Guys Football Conference for awarding me. Thank you.
Great job, fellas.
Another story tonight, Dustin? Huh? You remember that story? Yeah, he beat me on that play. All right, guys, that's, you know what, it's something we feel really good to do. It's been something we've been doing since, like you said, '93. One more time, can we give those boys a hand, please? All right, Mark, good job. Great job, Mark. It's time to award the division champions. We have the blue division in the red. We're going to start off with the blue division. This year we had a tie in the blue division first place champs. And coming up to accept for Holmesburg is Paul Mastro Pietro. Just one to vote. Yep.
He's a rep, that's what I got there.
And tying to share in the blue division trophy was Marsville, and accepting for them will be Pete Neely. It's a long time to shake this boy's hand, I think. Pete, great job. Great job, Pete. Trophy, okay, that's the, they got their championship, okay, and anybody who was at those games, I think a lot of people in this room were, and but just like any other year, not just this year, you saw a great football game. You saw 7-, 8-year-old boys playing their hearts out, okay, and there's no different this year. Two great games again. And this year in the blue, also exciting for Holmes Park will be Paul Mastropietro.
This is like the Grammys. Great job, Paul. When you were the president, however, you got another
Okay, we're going to move on to the championship trophies. Okay, accepted in the blue division from Marsville, Jose Garcia. This year in the red division, we have 2 awards in the little guys, as it's always been throughout its complete history since 1972. There's co-champions declared in the event of a tie at the end of the game. So this year we had that. Okay, so we have 2 championship trophies to award. First accepting for the Aztecs will be Shelron White. Oh, I missed one. That's my bad. All right. I wrote these notes down. A lot of good they are. All right, I jumped one a little bit. I got to back up a little bit. I missed the regular season red division champs. Okay, I skipped over this, so we'll get that now. Which one was that? All right, I'm going to switch it up a little. Jerry, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Okay, that was the regular season championship, right? That was not the championship trophy. Okay, I'm going to switch it up. All right, Trey? All right. Accepting for the Aztecs regular season champs will be Jerry Johnson. Accepting for Liberty Bell, Joe Honorado. We changed the name of this, Rackles? We changed the name of this trophy up? All right, the next trophy we award is the Perpetual Little Guys Football conference champions get to carry the perpetual trophy for the year that they won a championship in. And this year, in the blue division, Marsville, accepting for them will be Dylan Valeri. Only be one round, right? All right, congratulations. Congratulations, guys. Great game. Great game. Moving on to the red. Oh, by the way, Dylan, bring that back up here a minute. I'll let you take it back. I just wanted to read off the name. This is the, by the way, we gave this a name last year. A lot of you guys might remember, but I know a lot of you don't. We named this in honor of one of the board members, a guy standing right to my right here. It's now called the Scott Pure Trophy, Perpetual Trophy. That's because Scott's been on the board for how many years now, Scott? 30? 35 years, right? He's the youngest guy on the board. Figure that out, right? 35 years doing this with little guys, man. Awesome. And now we'll go to the red. How am I doing? I'm missing a few things in the running. So we have the, again, just to remind you guys, we had a tie in the championship game, and then we had a co-champion. So we're only going to have one perpetual, okay? So we're going to bring up the Aztecs first. Okay, you guys will get it for first 6 months, okay? We're going to share, okay? We're going to share nice. All right, accepting for the Aztecs, Dre Goldsmith.
I just want to say that coaching in the Little Guys Conference these past few years is a humbling experience. We built a house from the foundation up, not from the roof down. So us as Little Guys coaches are the building blocks for 19 organizations in this city. So our jobs are very important, and I'm glad to be a part of it and a part of this league. And thank y'all for everything. And look forward to
Awesome. First time I had everybody explain it like that. That's perfect. Thanks, Trey. It's really, that's perfect. Awkward, huh? Yeah. All right, accepting for Liberty Bell, that will be Joey Honorado. Guys, it was a great game, man. I wish, I know a lot of you were there to see it, and anybody who missed it, you missed a great game in both, in the first game and the second game. You missed great games. All right, it was incredible. I want to thank Ed for announcing the game for us at Lincoln Field that day. Thank you, Ed, for a good job.
I know why he's done it all these years now. Just seeing the look on the kids' faces after that championship game pretty much sums it all. And I just want to thank my assistant coaches as well for dealing with me and my dad's bickering on the sidelines. Thanks for stepping in, and we wouldn't have done it without you guys. Thanks, Mom. Congratulations to the Warrensville and Aztecs. Great year, guys. Thank you to the little guys too for making us all happy. Great year.
You got it first, right? You get it first. Congratulations to the champions in both divisions, the red and the blue. Great job, guys. Congratulations to the runner-up. Congratulations to everybody out there, all the coaches. Remember, we were all one in there today. Great job. And a great season. Okay, now we're going to get to the part where we gives out some individual awards. And one of dear one to the Little Guys Football Conference Heart is the Big Guy, Little Guy Award. And can I see one of them? All right, anybody who's not familiar with we have some new people here in the room tonight. We award this plaque to someone who's been around quite a while. It's usually one of the first criteria that we do, but it's also somebody, when we talk about little guys, we talk about men in this organization, in this conference that get it and know exactly what we're all about, and have been doing it for year after year after year. And I'm going to read what it says so you guys know. It says, a man never stands as tall as when he stoops to help a boy. So, I mean, that's pretty strong, short little phrase there that we use for that, and it really does mean a lot. Just spending a few minutes with a boy during the weeks, you don't know. You guys, I can't tell you how powerful you are and how much it means when you do stoop down to help a boy. You do more than you know. So I just want everybody in this room to understand that, how strong your intent is when you do stoop down to help a boy, and whatever you say to that boy. Okay, so I'm going to talk about this guy a little bit. He was a head coach in our conference for about 11 years. Just retired this year, and he wasn't retired for long until we brought him up on the board. He's standing up here with us. Okay, so he's not leaving us. During his time as coaching at the Leprechauns, he managed to get to the championship game at one time with a really strong team, and he got to the semifinals a couple times. I remember when he took over from Angry Bob. We all remember Angry Bob, right? For that, we were really glad that we called him Chuckles just for fun, right? But the Leprechauns are a team that's been around a long, long time. I played against the Leprechauns a long time. With me and Mike, we played against them. Right, so there's a big history down there at that field, and for a long time, John was a big part of that. He brought along the man who's going to take over for him up there, Frank, who's at the banquet and has been coming to the games, and so I know we're going to continue to have a great support down at the Leprechauns organization down there, and I'm really proud to award John Separello this year. Me and Mike have a good leprechaun story, but I won't tell it tonight. You can, maybe after we're done here, you can ask us about it. There's two Big Guy, Little Guy awards. We had to give out two this year. We had two, when we vote on these things, we had a tie. And so I'm going to ask Mike Bremser to come on up here to give out the next one.
Thanks, Hon. This next recipient was started coaching, I guess, about 25 years ago. He was a young guy. I remember going over to Florida Northeast, and there was these two young guys coaching with Alphonse way back. That is a long time ago. But Florida Northeast has since folded. And for years I'd been talking to him and coming over to coach at Calvary with us. And when Florida Northeast folded, he did come over to Calvary and coach with us. So when you read the book next year, it's not going to say Florida Northeast / Calvary. It's just going to say Calvary, because I print the book, so I'm not putting her name. A most worthy recipient. He's at Calvary. I can tell you some of the things he's done. He's been a long-time coach there, a little guy's coach. Mark has two girls, so it's not like he's out there coaching his kid all the time. He's out there coaching for the love of the sport and the love of the kids. And he's joined the Little Guys Conference Board and done a wonderful job there. It's my pleasure to award the other Big Guy, Little Guy award to Mark Lampy.
So Tom didn't really allow me enough time with the scholarship, so I'm going to take a lot of time now. No, is that all right? Mike said it, actually. It's 25 years ago, Alphonse Pontebianco was the head coach for the Friar, I don't know, 16 years or so for Florida Northeast, and when he passed away, his son Frankie asked me to come over and help him out. We were young. We were 20 years old, I guess, and we did it for 10 years. And when I went over to Calvary, it was awesome because I really didn't know where I was going to go. So I really appreciate that Mike and Tom welcomed me with open arms, and I coached a lot of great guys over there. Steve, George, I can name 100 of them. But I do want to just thank one person because if I could have your attention for a minute, fellas, ladies. There's one person I do want to thank because I met my wife Cheryl 20 years ago, so I was already coaching. So she put up with a lot through dating, through everything, and kids. And I don't have any boys, and she still lets me do what I do. So I'm just going to ask my wife to come up here just to take the award with me. So thank you, Cheryl. Come on up.
Charles, you want to speak? Charles, you have more words than he does, don't you? That's how it works. Okay, guys, come over and we'll get into the party, right? A couple years ago, we started this award that we award to a member of ARCO, our close partners. All right, in all the things we do, they're there in every game. Okay, and I know all the coaches just love the referees. Is that right, guys? Yeah? See that, guys? Your love? Look at that. Come on, give him a big hand, guys. Go on. Come on, go a big hand. guys feel right at home? There's a flag. There's a flag.
We're changing the black next year.
This plaque reads, Little Guys Football Conference presents the Devlin Mockbeer Officials Award for Excellence to Paul Mastropietro. Paul's getting a workout tonight. Yeah, man. It says here, in recognition of your integrity as a football official to the young football players of Little Guys Football Conference. Congratulations, Paul.
And what's he doing with them Holzberg Keep the flag in your face.
All right, we're going to bring up our final award. Of course, is our very prestigious Hall of Fame awards. And this year we also had 2 award winners in the Hall of Fame this year. And we'll talk about that right now. I'm going to bring up Scott Buer to present the first one.
Thank you, Tommy. It's always a great honor to give out the Hall of Fame award. Tommy called me this afternoon and asked me if I give out one. And again, it's an honor to do this thing. You've been around long enough, and to be in the Hall of Fame, that means you've been around a while. That's what that means. You get trophies named after, that means you've been around too long. But the first recipient of this award is the loudest voice you're going to hear. You heard his name a bunch of times here tonight, just screaming out crap. But in all honesty, he's a representative of an organization that we've worked with for probably, I guess, since 1972. Nick, is it 1972? Correct. Little Guys Conference has been with the ARCO officials since 1972. The gentleman that is going to get this award tonight has been there probably over 20 years. He's been the ARCO assigner for the last 13 years, good or bad. We had officials that when they show up, it's because this guy does his job. He's a legend in the softball world, girls softball, he's a legend. Official-wise, not so good. But again, he's been around a while. A few years ago, he was sick. He battled through it, like the bastard that he is. And he survived, he's strong. And one of this year's recipients to the Hall of Fame, and finally he'll have his name in the book forever, because he's been bitching about that for 10 years, he doesn't have his name in the book. This year's recipient of the Little Guys Hall of Fame is Rick Levins.
He's also, I bet he's not getting any Little Guys gear, man. He wants some gear. We got to gear him up, some jackets, shirts. Haberdasher, hook him up. Thank you. Good old-fashioned gratitude. Beautiful, isn't it? Love it. That's all it takes. Congratulations, Rick. To the podium.
All right, I'm going to turn this over, but I'm going to get to hand this award out. But I'd like to bring someone up to speak about a very special person. Obviously, if you're doing the Little Guys Hall of Fame, you've gone over and beyond. So I'm going to bring someone up that is probably a little more, give you a little more personal information than I can. I'm just going to, I don't know what name they said before, but Diesel, come on up, man. Don Travers. Yeah, Dan Travers. Yeah, Don, I was right.
You had it right, he just calls me Dan. They called me Dan for the longest. I'm gonna read a little something about this person here, and by the time I finish, everybody will know what I'm talking about. This person was born and raised in Frankfurt. At an early age, they were introduced to the Frankfurt Chargers organization. The family is heavily involved in the organization. They started with the Frankfurt Chargers at the age of 3. Once they aged out at their position, they were still involved with the Chargers, as they used to bring their little cousins to the football practice. Rashid Muhammad Sr., who at the time was the head coach of the Frankfurt Chargers little guys, recognized their knowledge and gave them, because they had the patience to deal with kids. He asked them to join the coaching staff for the Frankfurt Chargers, and although they were in high school and heavily involved with playing another sport, they accepted the challenge. They started out as a special teams coach. They coached the special teams for the next 2 years, at which time they graduated high school and accepted a 5-year scholarship at a Philadelphia university. While in college, they came home on the weekends to help coach football. They resumed full-time coaching with the Frankfurt Chargers once they graduated in the 90s. They was given a lot more responsibilities and began handling all the paperwork as related to the football team. Eventually, in the early 2000s, they were named head coach of the Frankfurt Chargers little guys. They held this position since then. Over the years, they had very competitive football teams, won many games, made the playoffs, won the conference, and even the biggest accomplishment, they won the little guys championship last year and finished the season with a perfect 11-0 record. Now, some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all may not know what I'm talking about. Keisha is very involved with the Frankfurt Chargers organization, and she is the basketball coordinator. She's the senior tax accountant for the Lockheed Martin, a founder and board member of the New Foundations Charter School, and a very special woman who loves her family dearly. I would like to present our last award and welcome to the Hall of Fame little guy to my buddy, my boss, the only reason why I stay around every year, Keisha Thompson. And I'm glad this night was over because she's been trying to find out so much information about this, bugging me about tickets, and turn around and surprise me. In turn, I was trying to surprise her.
Wow. I'm unprepared because I didn't know I was getting this award. But first and foremost, I'd like to thank my family who always come out and support me in anything we does. And like he said, I started out in high school, but I didn't start out by myself. My sister was by my side, who's now coaching our 120. So, you know, I always had family there with me. Just like to thank everybody for this award. I really appreciate this, and this will go where my championship trophy was last year.
Great job, Don Diesel. Congratulations to all the award winners tonight. Okay, I want to wish everybody great holidays, great health. Let's have some fun tonight, and I'll see everybody out there on the dance floor. Thank you very much.